Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to give my 2-month update to my 2023 Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive with the LFP battery pack. Just want to give my ownership update after about 2.5 months now. It has about 2,500 miles on the odometer, but I'll give you guys an update. All right, so this is my Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive with the LFP battery pack. Now with the LFP battery pack, I'm supposed to charge this car to 100% at least once a week to let the battery management system properly calibrate the battery pack's state of charge. So first I want to go around the car a little bit for the exterior look. And so far, nothing really crazy with the exterior. Cleaning the car has been pretty solid for the most part. Nothing crazy. Paint has held up fine for the most part so far. The only issue I've had when it comes to the exterior is, so of course Tesla paint is pretty soft, and so I already have a few rock chips, which is fine. I know most cars get that, especially if you're using your car daily. The one issue I take to is here. So I tried using Tesla's touch-up paint to see if I could correct this rock chip, which was a little bit bigger than the other ones I've had. And this was $60 on Tesla's website. As you can kind of see, it doesn't really match up with the other rest of the paint color. And this is about, I believe, like 4 to 5 coats. I tried following the directions to a T, and this was kind of the result I got. I don't know, maybe I'm just bad at applying paint, or this is a crappy job, but I don't know. It just, the color just doesn't really match the rest of the paint. It looks like it's almost like a grayish tint to it, almost. But yeah, that's an update on that. I would just not get Tesla's touch-up paint kit. For me personally, at least for the white ones, I can't attest to the other colors. Maybe the other colors work fine. But the only other issue I have is, I wouldn't say issue, but maybe just how the front is kind of designed for the Tesla, is that because this is kind of caved in a little bit, this front kind of just sucks in all the bugs that you kind of hit on the road. So all this front bumper area right here, it's prone to a lot of bug splatters, and so this thing does get covered a lot in bug splats, especially if you're going on road trips. So that's just one thing you have to take note of, especially if you're road tripping, is that whenever you're stopping to charge or something and you look at the front of your car, this whole area right here is going to be covered in bug splats. So just something to take note of. Haven't really used the frunk area a lot. I don't think I've even used it once so far. And I know it'll come in handy once I have more luggage, or I got people in the car and things need to be shifted around and whatnot. Just nice to have, but personally have not used it as of this moment. Trunk is also great. It is powered. Yep, and here's the trunk area. Pretty good. I do have a trunk cover mat, really nice. I have my extra CCS combo adapter just in case I run into any situations where I'm road tripping and Tesla superchargers are down at the site or wherever I'm at. The cargo understorage trunk space over here, really nice to have. Again, haven't had a need to use it yet, but just glad that I do have access to it. And the trunk is, of course, powered as well, which is really nice. Another thing that I've noticed, maybe more so recently, is that the car will let me know that this camera right here, that the left and right pillar cameras, sometimes they'll say that the view is obstructed. Now I know sometimes that there will be occasional fog and whatnot that will show up in the housing here, but it should quickly dissipate. I don't see anything that's really noticeable to be able to block it. Maybe like a couple fingerprints, or all this dust and whatnot, pollen, grime, whatever, might come up and supposedly block the camera, and I guess that might lower the vision. Occasionally I will wipe the cameras down, the ones here, the ones on the front windshield, as well as the side repeater cameras here, as well as the camera in the back of the trunk, to make sure that the car is able to see. I especially do that when I know I'm going to go on a little small road trip, like down to Savannah, Georgia, which is about 3.5 hour drive from Atlanta. And I make sure to clean those cameras so that I can properly use autopilot for the majority of the drive, and I shouldn't run into any issues there. Let's go ahead and look at the interior of the car. So this is the interior of my Tesla Model 3. I did opt for the black seats. It's been holding up really well so far. It does have this, fake, I guess, faux wood trim. The wood trim is okay, but I think I might cover it up with something else. Maybe like a little carbon fiber dash or something other than not wood. But yeah, black seat's been holding up really well so far. We have the panoramic roof, really good. I did get all the windows tinted, aside from the little sunroof right here, but the rear, the sides, and the front are all tinted. The interior of the Tesla Model 3 is really spacious. Haven't had any issues of being uncomfortable. I also take this car and do Uber a few times, and customers have said that they've really enjoyed the vehicle for the most part, which has been pretty nice. It does come with wireless charging pads. I don't really use these simply because it's kind of finicky sometimes, as well as it really overheats my iPhone. So I just use a standard USB lightning cable to charge. The car does come with a huge center console storage area. Here's my USB-C to lightning cable to charge my iPhone. It doesn't come with this little cubby right here. This I bought separately on Amazon. Same thing here with this little cubby area here. Now I can just pull this out and boom, there's more of the storage down there. But yeah, it doesn't really come with this cubby. Also got this little cup holder as well to make sure that my smaller drinks don't really rattle around, and it can kind of hold my drinks there. The rear wheel drive doesn't come with any floor mats, so I did buy some aftermarket floor mats. These are all weatherproof, and these have been really good so far. I would highly suggest getting all weather floor mats for your Tesla as well. So the upkeep for these black vinyl seats from Tesla, it's been really solid so far. I don't really use baby wipes. I do use Chemical Guy's interior cleaner that works on vinyl, which is essentially what this is. And I haven't had any issues with this so far. It really helps keep the seats clean. Upkeep for these seats have been pretty solid. Yeah, nothing too crazy in here. Really spacious. Like I said, this panoramic roof, really great, especially for people who are sitting in the rear seats. So I want to talk about my personal charging habits. I think that you guys probably might be interested in that, considering this is an electric vehicle. So for my living situation, I do live in a townhouse with a friend. We have a single car garage with a single car driveway, so it's just one way in, one way out. You can't park to the side and whatnot. And so whenever I need to personally charge the car, we'll just do a quick musical car thing and just swap the cars around. So I'll park into the garage for a night, let the car charge to 100%, and then just ask him to pull out, and I'll be on my way. So generally, I only do need to charge the car to 100% once a week. For my personal driving habits, I am lucky enough to be able to work from home. So obviously, I don't have to do any bit of driving when it comes to work-related stuff, just more so groceries, outdoor stuff, whatever the case may be there. The Tesla manual does recommend charging the car to 100% at least once a week, so I am currently following that manual's instruction, which is good for me. I don't need to charge, more than once a week anyways with my amount of driving that I do. If I do see the 1 week mark coming up, I will make sure that I charge the car to 100%. But generally, I don't charge the car at all throughout the week. I kind of let it dip to between 20 to 30% before I even think about just charging the vehicle. So that's just my personal charging habit that I do. Everyone's going to be a little bit different. I know there are more proper guidelines to follow, but yeah, that's just how I'm personally charging the car right now. I don't really mind it as long as I'm charging the car to 100% at least once a week to let the BMS calibrate itself, then I think I'm okay for the most part. So a couple of the reasons why I think Teslas are so popular is one, that it is electric and you do have access to the huge supercharger network. They have really great software when it comes to the infotainment system, as well as the Tesla app on your phone, which can control a good bit of functions around the car, such as unlocking, acting as your primary key to the vehicle. Yeah, I think Tesla does really solid software. Tesla unfortunately doesn't come with Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Maybe that's something that they can add in the future. Really great software, really great layout for me personally. I do use Tesla's main primary navigation system here. I haven't had any really terrible issues with it yet, such as it taking me in a longer route than what my phone is saying, so no issues there. Phone is fine. Spotify is a little bit buggy here, not logged in. The UI layout on Spotify on the Tesla infotainment system here is kind of wonky. I feel like it could be better. It's a little bit glitchy sometimes, where the music won't play or just randomly pause by itself in my experience. But other than that, apps have been great. You can of course go to Netflix, Hulu, and whatnot whenever you're charging to keep yourself entertained. Now I'm only getting this message right now because I currently am not subscribed to the premium connectivity with Tesla. It basically allows you to access the internet from the car and view entertainment options like Netflix, YouTube, and the browser as well. It's $10 a month. If I'm not going on a road trip in the foreseeable future, I generally won't subscribe to it because I feel like, I don't know, even though it's just $10 a month, I don't really need it until I feel like I'm going on a road trip, and when I'm charging, that's when I'll probably subscribe back to it, which is really good. And that software really great. Driving position really great. One pedal driving is a game changer, really nice. I really don't have to step on the brakes unless something happens, like where a car suddenly stops in front of me. Then I'll hit the brakes then. And that one pedal driving, really great. You can also adjust the setting with the most recent software update to low or normal. A couple of concerns I had initially was the windshield wipers. And so initially I would be able to activate the windshield wipers. I would have to click on this icon here or press the stalk right here to activate it. And then once I press the button here, then I would have to adjust the speed on the screen right here. But recently they added an update, if you guys can see it with this little diagram right here. So now, if I were to push this button, that comes up, but now I can control it with the left scroll wheel. If I move it right, it will increase the speed. If I move it to the left, it will lower the speed and also turn off if it's all the way to the left. So that's been really nice. That's one of the main things I like about Teslas, is that they do really frequent software updates. You get at least one software update per month, maybe two, if not one's to fix any minor bugs and whatnot. So really great to have. The car will continuously get better. I'm not subscribed to FSD or enhanced autopilot. I feel like basic autopilot is enough for me. Generally don't trust FSD right now at the moment. I think $200 also for a full month subscription is kind of a waste until it gets to a better place software-wise, and it's super reliable. Right now there's still issues working out there, but I'm sure Tesla will eventually figure it out. But for me personally, just not subscribed to that. I just want to be in control of the car for the most part, aside from long highway drives. So the only other issue I've had besides the paint chips that I've had in the front and using the touch-up paint there is that somewhere in the door here, I think it's the driver's side, is that whenever I'm driving, there seems to be inside the panels somewhere something creaking and squeaking every couple seconds, and I can especially hear it when I'm driving over rougher roads. Really gotten annoying. Just started showing up a couple weeks ago. Didn't hear it at all before then, but now I can clearly hear all this creaking and squeaking somewhere inside the door here. It's been bothering me a bit, so I'm definitely gonna have Tesla take a look at that, because clearly this should not be happening, especially on a car that I only have for a couple months, as well as about 2,500 miles on it. So hopefully they can figure out what's making the creaking noise here and fix it. Yeah, that's the only other issue I've had. Alright, so that just kind of concludes my update with my Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive. Like I said, had this car for a little bit over 2 months now, about 2,500 miles on the odometer. So car has been really great to me. Being able to save on gas has been really good. Being able to charge at home is really good. And having really good software in the car has been really good for me as well. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please leave them in the comments below. If you like the video, please consider liking it as well as subscribing to the channel for more updates to come. I will be providing more major updates to the vehicle, such as 10,000 mile mark, or if I run into any huge service issues, I will be sure to record those and show them to you guys. But other than that, thank you guys for watching and hope to see y'all in the next one.